Brazil's political regime and institutions. Brazil is a federal presidential constitutional republic that is based on a representative democracy. The federal government of Brazil has 3 independent branches, including executive, legislative, and judicial. The federal constitution is the supreme law of Brazil. Within the executive branch, it is headed by the president and the cabinet. The president and the cabinet have the duty to govern the people and manage the public interest according to laws provided for the federal constitution. The legislative branch, which is composed of the chambers of deputies and the Senate, have a duty to represent the Brazilian people, the states, and the federal district. Within the judicial branch, it is a multifaceted system that operates on the state and federal levels and is based on the civil law tradition. It separates cases into different jurisdictions, including labor, electoral, military, and constitutional.
Hi, I'm Morgan West, and I did the Political Parties and Elections section of the Brazil Project. Brazil's party system is considered to be one of the most vilified aspects of Brazil's democratic regime. Brazil has a fragmented multi-party regime. Their political parties are weak and fickle as well, as a result of their electoral laws. Currently, 28 parties hold seats in the lower house of the legislature, with 7 gaining 5% of the vote in the 2014 election. In society, there's a low confidence in political parties, as well as a low identification rate. Brazil's parties have infamously been known as highly personalistic, based on leadership of a powerful and influential leader, not so much an ideology. The military regime had attempted to impose a more modern 2-party system, but this was a fail. The 2 parties had a difficult time attempting the transition, so it was quickly forgotten. In 2014, President Rousseff's Worker Party was pretty small. It's now the biggest, but it won only 14% of the vote and the same percentage of seats in the Chamber of Deputies. Brazilian electoral laws allow candidates to run as members of a party without approval from the party's leadership. So, any elected member of the legislature is guaranteed a place on the ballot in the following election. President Rousseff discovered the difficulties to govern with such party disparity in 2011 when most of her allies abandoned her to approve measures weakening Brazil's protection of the Amazon rainforest. The Brazilian left. The Workers' Party, also known as PT, is Latin America's most important party of the left. It also has been the most important Brazilian political party since 2002. The Workers' Party was founded in 1980, primarily among unionized industrial workers. It has grown to encompass much more than just industrial workers, now incorporating landless workers and other disaffected Brazilians. The Workers' Party also receives support from uneducated and educated middle-class citizens. The Workers' Party is known to be sort of a representation of poor, lower-class citizens and to advocate for social democracy. Contrary to other Brazilian political parties, the Workers' Party actually exercises much internal democracy, despite having radical and moderate factions. Da Silva was elected in 2002 mostly on the Worker Party's clean and honest government reputation. However, that reputation was badly tarnished by several scandals in 2005 and 2006, resulting in the loss of seats in Congress. Ultimately, this trend of punishment towards the PT party carried into 2014 after continuous scandals, ending in the impeachment of Rousseff in 2016. The future of the Workers' Party is highly doubted, given their recent troubling pattern. In Brazil, it seems that the more conservative Northeast is often pinned against the more progressive urban South and Southeast. In 2002, the presidential election complied to this preconceived idea, or narrative, if you will. Da Silva was most strongly supported in Brazil's southeast and urban areas, whereas José Serra found support in the northeastern part of Brazil. Actually, contrary to popular belief, strong socioeconomic class disparities didn't actually play that much of an influential role in this election. However, in 2006, lower-class northeastern citizens classified their support under Da Silva, mainly because of his targeted social spending. Despite the PT's roots as a radical working-class party, the PT has clearly established itself in government as a moderate center-left force. Brazil has numerous other leftist parties, but only some have actually shown support towards the PT. The Democratic Labor Party is one party that has actually been a steady ally to the PT. The Brazilian Center. The two main centrist parties are part of the Brazilian Democratic Movement, also known as PMDB, and the Brazilian Social Democratic Party, PSDB. Both parties include a mix of free market conservatives and social democrats. However, none of them have clear ideological orientation. The PMDB was the most important pro-democracy opposition party in the years of the transition. It also played a crucial role in the move towards direct elections. The PMDB is known to represent a classic catch-all political party, viewed much as a pragmatic coalition of regional party bosses. It is a party based on clientelism, currently known to be the biggest party in the legislature. They have twice as many members as the PT, and it controls the largest number of governorships, state legislatures, and local governments. Under Rousseff, the vice president and the heads of both houses of Congress were PMDB members. Despite the party having much political clout, Temer is the first PMDB member to become president since 1985. Much like the PT, the PMDB's Eduardo Chujana was forced to resign as Speaker of the lower house over scandalous allegations. In July of 2016, there was a similar case in the PMDB. Multiple political representatives in Brazil have faced numerous allegations and, in some cases, actually sentenced to prison time. Since taking office, Temer has had some success passing economic austerity measures, but has also faced accusations about him not being in touch with Brazilian society. Also, his cabinet didn't include any women, so that sparked quite a bit of controversy. By June of 2017, his approval rating dropped to 7%. This is lower than any other approval rating other than his predecessor, Dilma Rousseff. The PSDB is the party of former two-term president Fernando Henrique Cardoso. He and other prominent members were rushed to form this party in protest towards the PMDB's politics. The PSDM was originally referenced as a social democratic alternative to the PMDB, but is now more closely related to free market ideas. The PSDM is the third biggest party in the Brazilian legislature, controlling 5 governorships. The Brazilian right. The most important party of the right are the Democrats. The Democrats are also known as the Dem, but they were called the Liberal Front Party until 2007. The Dem is a free market pro-business party. This party differs from other parties of the center due to its opposition to land reform and its conservative stance on many social issues. The Dem is currently the 4th largest Brazilian political party in the legislature, most often becoming aligned with centrist parties. In 2011, a faction of the party broke away so that they could form the Social Democratic Party, also known as the PSD. It is similar to the Dem since it's a center-right party. A number of smaller parties of the right regularly win seats in the legislature, one being the Progressive Party. The Progressive Party has roots among the supporters of Brazil's military regime and is a free market pro-business party. The Party of the Republic has drawn a lot of support from Brazil's evangelicals. Other parties. Many citizens of advanced democracies think about Brazil mostly regarding its large Amazon rainforest, but environmentalism has actually yet to become a strong political and social movement in Brazil. The Green Party, led by Marina Silva, won just under 4% of the vote and 15 deputies in the lower house back in 2010. Silva is a well-known environmentalist. She was President da Silva's Minister of the Environment during 2003 to 2008. Silva has recently joined the center-left Brazilian Socialist Party and agreed to run for VP in 2014 on the PSB ticket. However, the president on their ticket died in a plane crash, and she was left alone, winning almost a quarter of the vote in the first round. This resulted in the Green Party suffering, leading them to lose almost half of its lower house seats in 2014.